So you're thinking of moving to a Tampa luxury condo community? In this video, I am going to take you behind the scenes on my computer screen on a Google Map tour for the beautiful and vibrant Harbour Island neighborhood. We'll check out some of the top attractions in the neighborhood as well as the proximity to other notable locations around Tampa, and also take a peek at just the overall logistics and the traffic on Harbour Island. Be sure to stick around until the end as we'll be looking at some of the best real estate available and you won't want to miss it. Let's get started. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything about living in a Tampa luxury condo community, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the Tampa luxury condo market and lifestyle. My name is Nathaniel Ligon, the Tampa Condo King. I specialize in representing luxury condo owners and buyers in Tampa, Florida. I get calls every day from people just like you, so whether you're looking to move in 10 days or 10 weeks, please reach out. All of my contact information is in the description box below. I would love to help you make a smooth move to a Tampa luxury condo community. Now let's take a closer look at Harbour Island. All right, here we are on the Google map for the Harbour Island neighborhood. So you can see Harbour Island right in the middle here with that red dot. Here's my mouse. So I'm going to zoom out and then we will zoom right back into Harbour Island. So these areas that you are seeing on the map pretty much are within our radius. So if we start here going about an hour east, you're going to end up in Lakeland. About an hour north, you'll end up in Rainbow Lakes, Wesley Chapel. You go an hour west, you're looking at the beaches over in Pinellas County, like Clearwater, Madeira Beach, St. Pete Beach. And then if you go about an hour south, you're looking at Bradenton, Sarasota, and Siesta Key. So all of those are about an hour away from Harbour Island, give or take. So now I will zoom back in here. So Harbour Island, you could see, is right here. It is just south of downtown Tampa. So we've got Davis Islands right here just to the west. We've got South Tampa right here to the west and south. You see areas like Hyde Park, for example, is quite close by. Some of these areas as well. International Plaza and the West Shore area is very close, and then just north you've got Tampa International, which is fairly close as well. So one of the big pros living on Harbour Island is the location, so I go over that a little bit more in the actual pros and cons video. I'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit more and we will dive right into Harbour Island. Okay, so Harbour Island, as you can see, it's a relatively small island, so there's only about 4,000 residents here on the island. So it is kind of right in the center of a lot of action. So if you see my mouse right here, I'll scroll up a little bit. So we've got University of Tampa right here. We've got Hyde Park. Again, we've got Davis Islands. And then we've got the southern tip of downtown and the Channel District. Sparkman Wharf as well is right here. So I'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit more. So if you're coming from South Tampa, for example, you're probably going to go north on Bayshore Boulevard, and then you'll cross over the Platte Bridge right here. You'll see the Tampa Riverwalk is just north up here. Kennedy Boulevard is just north up here. So right here on the corner, you'll see Tampa Convention Center. So this is really like the southern tip of downtown Tampa. And then if you were to take a right, you'll see the two bridges that go in and out of Harbour Island. So right here is the Hillsborough River. And then right here, essentially separating downtown Tampa and Harbour Island, is the Garrison Channel. So I'll zoom in a little bit more. So these two bridges, again, are the main entry and exit points via road in and out of Harbour Island. So right here on the west side, you've got the Harbour Island Bridge, and then on the east side, you've got Beneficial Drive Bridge. So you could see essentially the west side, you're going to have Tampa Convention Center, as you can see, there's several hotels as well. You've got like Embassy Suites Hilton, you've got Tampa Marriott Water Street, and then actually right here you have the JW as well. So there's a lot of activity in this area. So as you can imagine, it can get a little bit congested sometimes in this area. I talk about that a little bit more in the pros and cons video. Then on the opposite bridge, you've got Amalie Arena and like Tampa Bay History Center. And then you've got Beneficial Drive, that bridge that goes into the east part of Harbour Island. So as we make our way into Harbour Island, the northeast section is really a great section with American Social, a great restaurant. You've got Jackson's as well. I'll zoom in a little bit here. Right here on the northwest tip of Harbour Island. And then you've got some office buildings as well. And you've got a Westin hotel right in this area. So that's essentially like one distinct section of Harbour Island. And then the other two I'll mention, you've got the north neighborhood of Harbour Island. So as soon as you come across the bridge, you're going to see the Parkcrest condo community. So that is a big condo community that I go over a little bit more in my vlog tour. We've also got a great restaurant here, Waterview Grill. A lot of these communities are essentially looking over into the Garrison Channel and downtown Tampa. So you've got some great views from several of these restaurants and apartment buildings and condo buildings. So pretty sweet views, and we'll show those a little bit more when we check out the real estate. So also on the north side, you've got Post Harbor Place, which is an apartment complex, Olympus Harbour Island, and then right here you've got the Plaza Harbour Island. So that's another big condo community that I discuss in my vlog tour. So we'll take a look at some of those available units a little bit later in the video, so stick around. But the north side definitely has a great feel to it. If you go a little bit further south, you'll find, I'll zoom in here, right here you'll find Lifetime Harbour Island. So this used to be Harbour Island Athletic Club. So the upscale luxury fitness club that's right here on Harbour Island. They've been undergoing a ton of renovations, and Lifetime has taken that facility over. So it should be absolutely beautiful once everything's completed. So, you know, you'll have the tennis courts, the pickleball courts, the huge gym area, and the different studios, also pools on site. So it's definitely a staple here on Harbour Island. And then lastly, I'll mention, as you go further south into Harbour Island, that's where you'll find the mainly residential area and the gated communities. So you've got Island Place, Island Walk, which is a really nice condo community on the side, like right south of the marina. Over here, you're going to have Seton Cove right here tucked away. That is also gated. And then as you go further south into Harbour Island, you see more of the gated and secure communities. So Harbour Island is really a great mixed use community, a great mix of residential, commercial, and great restaurants. You've got the marina. So really a lot going on and a lot of amenities just right here on the island. So again, it's got a distinct feel with the north neighborhood, and then you go into the gated communities of the south portion of Harbour Island. I would say the south part especially really feel like you're secluded, and it's a really, private, quiet feel. The north, it's a little bit busier just with the different restaurants and commercial businesses there, and you're in closer proximity to bridges and downtown Tampa. So it's a great community. As I mentioned, these bridges can get a little bit busy sometimes just based on how much new construction there is with downtown and just everything else going on. Perhaps there's some road closures happening. So just something to keep in mind if you are moving to Harbour Island. So you'll get a feel for the traffic and what projects are going on. So now I'll just plug in a couple top destinations here. I'll pull out the map. So we've got Harbour Island. It's showing essentially in the middle of Harbour Island, which is fine. One of the closest amenities and top attractions I'll point out is Amalie Arena. So as you can see, it's a very, very short drive, or, potentially walk or bike ride, whatever your preferences are. As you can see, it's only about a mile away. So only about a 5-minute drive. If you want to walk, obviously it'd be a little bit further, but you could go right over Beneficial Drive into Amalie Arena, or if you're more on this west side of Harbour Island, you could always use the Harbour Island Bridge over to Amalie Arena. So as you can see, as I mentioned, there's the two big hotels right here. You've got the History Center, and you've got Sparkman Wharf and Channelside right over in this area. So all of those are very, very close by. Some other entertainment I'll point out right here, more downtown Tampa. You'll see as we go a little bit further north, you've got the Strass Center, which is a great performing arts center with, theater and a lot of other events that happen there. So that's just a little bit further north and west, you can see. So that's looking about 2.5 miles, so only about 10 or 11 minutes. And that's with a little bit of traffic, as you can see. Also pretty close by, you've got the Glazer Museum, and you've also got Tampa Theater here. I'll zoom in a little bit. So there's a lot happening here on Tampa Riverwalk. So you can see Tampa Theater is right over here as well. Then, as I mentioned, Hyde Park is just right over here. Got some great shopping and restaurants if you want to enjoy all of that Hyde Park has to offer. As you can see, it's only about 3 miles, so about 12 or so minutes away. Also, regarding shopping, International Plaza in the Northwest Shore area has a lot of great high-end shopping and some great restaurants as well. So that's going to be about 6.5 miles away. You can see it's right up here, in traffic showing about 21 minutes. And then if you go a little bit further north, you'll see the big Tampa International Airport. So that's going to be, of course, similar, about 6.5 miles and 20 or so minutes away. So you could see a lot of the top destinations that you'd want to go to are really only about within 15 or 20 minutes or so. Not to mention you have so much on Harbour Island, but if you do want to venture off a little bit, a lot of the top landmarks and top attractions are pretty close by. You could see if you go a little bit further north too, got Raymond James Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and a lot of great events throughout the year. So that is relatively close too. All right, now we'll go ahead and jump into the real estate. So I will show you some of the options available right now on Harbour Island. So we will check those out. As I mentioned in my pros and cons video, one of the pros of living on a Harbour Island, and this Harbour Island in general, is that there are actually some really good options available, and you may not necessarily have to break the bank. So Davis Islands, for example, it's a lot more exclusive. There's a lot more single family homes. Now, if you flip that, Harbour Island has a lot more condo options available. So right now, for example, there's about 18 homes available, and 15 of those are condos. The other couple are townhomes. So you've got some really good options, and just based on the fact that it is a small community of only about 4,000, the fact that you actually have some really good options available considering the quality of life and the value that you could get being on the island, it's pretty remarkable. So we'll go through some of those. One of the most affordable options right now is this unit right here for $349,000. So this one is in the Harbor Place City Home community. So you'll see a couple of those available, but just for example, this is a 1-bed, 1-bath, 836 square feet, and these were built in 1998. So I'll flip through some of the pictures just so you can see what that interior looks like and some of the community amenities as well. See some of the amenities like the pool area, and the grills, and just the outdoor areas. I'll go back here. You can see a couple of those available, and then I will show you because there's a couple available in the Park Crest community, and that's one that I did show on my vlog tour, so we'll check those out right here. It's a really big complex, over 330 units. So you'll see right here obviously is the pool, and then right here is the Garrison Channel. So on the opposite side you'll be looking right into downtown Tampa. So this unit, for example, is a 2-bed, 1-bath, 967 square feet. Park Crest, those units were built in '05, and I'll scroll through some of the pictures. They've got some really nice amenities in this complex as well. And again, being listed at $549, $500, that is more along the lines of a little bit over the average price point in Tampa. But when you consider, again, the value that residents get being on Harbour Island, it certainly provides a really attractive option for them. So nice unit, as you can see overall, and some of the views are just fantastic depending on your specific unit, but the pool and all the amenities that Park Crest offers at more of an affordable price when you consider, again, all the value in being on Harbour Island. Definitely is a popular place. Right there is one of the many paths around Harbour Island, so it's really nice just being able to walk along the water and just all the paths that they have throughout the community. See the fitness center and some lounge areas as well. All right, so this is a good shot. So right here, you'll see Amalie Arena. So we're in downtown Tampa right now. You'll see the Tampa Convention Center right here in this area. And then you're coming across Harbour Island Bridge. This is the area where you've got the Westin Hotel. You've got American Social and Jackson's and the Marina. And then right here is Park Crest. So great location. All right, let me flip and show you a couple other great communities. So a smaller community where there isn't quite as many options that come up is Seton Cove. So I mentioned that one is part of the gated community area of Harbour Island. So you could see it's not necessarily just one big building, but more of a cluster of buildings. And then you've got the pool area right there. So Seton Cove is tucked away. This particular unit is listed at $995. This one is a 3-bed, 2.5-bath, 1952 square feet, 1987 build. And I'll show you so you can get a little bit of a feel for the community here. Very nice balcony area looking out into the pool area. All right. And right now there are a couple units in the Plaza Harbour Island available. So these are the 450 nights run that you'll see. There's 4 or 5 available right now in the community. So you'll see the top one is listed at $4.65 million. So we can take a peek at this one and show you some of the great amenities here at the Plaza. These are also the newest condo buildings on Harbour Island. So these were built, looks like this one was '08. So usually you see anywhere from about '08 to 2011. This particular one is a 4-bed, 4.5-bath, 4750 square feet. And this is right at the top. This next picture, you'll be able to see it, this unit right here. See the great pool and outdoor space. It's a great shot right here. You're looking at Amalie Arena. Nice balcony area, great views. Really nice outdoor space, and this building really has a ton of great amenities with the concierge service and valet and really everything that it has to offer. So definitely a popular one, and you got the fitness center, of course, as well. All right, so that will do it for the real estate side of things. If you have any questions on any of the units available or just any questions on the communities, then would love to discuss that with you and see how we can best help out and find the right fit for your lifestyle and for your goals. All right, that'll do it for today's video as we took a Google Map tour of the beautiful and vibrant Harbour Island neighborhood and checked out some of the best real estate available. I hope you enjoyed and got some great value from it. Let me know in comments if you have any questions, comments, or feedback. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to check out my other videos on Harbour Island to give you an even better understanding of the neighborhood. Whether you're looking to move in 10 days or 10 weeks, please reach out. All my contact information is in the description box below. I would love to help you make a smooth move to a Tampa luxury condo community. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon.